This section is We Talk with Me by Andrew Gowardo. Like, so the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's into this section in 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Hey everyone, hope we're all doing well today. Back to another video, and I'm actually out in the middle of the woods right now.
In the middle of the woods.
Vibing, there's
Just vibing.
little creek and water and stuff everywhere.
With the
Actually, this place is where I go to. I'm at right now. It's somewhere I go a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's very just peaceful and isolated, and I really enjoy being here because it's just has this nice solitude to it, and obviously all the nature, and very quiet too. Even though this park that I'm in, it's in the middle of in the city I live in, so it's kind of like you can hear cars over in the distance a bit, and you can hear sirens and stuff still. But it's very nice though, and I go here pretty much every week, at least one time out of the week, and just walk around and just obviously get my cardio, but
really good cardio. Yep.
Just enjoying peaceful nature, and even though I'm in Texas and it's pretty hot, I really don't mind it too much. As long as it's not.
Yep, to the Texas in the summertime is really hot, literally. Yep.
Super on, and I can go out during the middle of the day, but come along my walk with me. I'm gonna walk a little more and get to a spot where I can talk a little more. I don't know if you can see him. He's kind of blended in really well. See, there he is right there.
Oh.
Okay, I think I made it to a spot where I can sit down a little bit. Pretty peaceful here. That's a nice bit of shade, so. Just gonna enjoy Nature Valley Bar really quick, because I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of hungry. Unfortunately, I might have to hold my phone because I thought the audio would be okay, but after hearing it back, it doesn't sound like it, so we're just gonna have to talk on here. To be honest, I don't really tell too much what's going on with me on this channel, and I guess not enough where I don't know. I feel like I could put more, but obviously you don't want to put so much where kind of offloading a lot. But I realize how important it is to kind of tell your story, and how important it is just to kind of show what you're going through sometimes, because I think those are the kind of videos that people like to watch.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm trying to get views and stuff, but I think it's just an interesting way of posting content, because a lot of people post their stuff, and obviously I can relate to it sometimes, and and that's what I might do. So a little bit really recently I've been kind of just in my head a lot, kind of just thinking a lot, feeling a lot of things, and trying to understand it, and trying to get a hold of what I'm trying to do here, and sometimes what I'm trying to be. I really enjoy making content on here, and it's really fun, and
that's cool.
I realize that I kind of want to do something like this just for fun, really, and never really had the intention of being a YouTuber or posting content as a living. Really, I think I would probably use content as just something to help boost me in some sort of way, you know what I mean? But I really enjoy talking on here. I really enjoy just kind of sharing my insights and things I like to talk about on here, and just been thinking a lot about that, and kind of just going through the emotions of just how life is, and um, feeling things, and kind of just letting my brain wander. Really, 'cause a lot of times feels like I'm kind of thinking a lot about things that maybe aren't as important, or sometimes not as or maybe I should be thinking more things that I need to prioritize. But when you kind of gone through a lot with inside your own head, inside your own mind, and you're able to take a step back and look at the things that do matter, and realize and be aware that some things kind of don't matter. What sometimes you're thinking about, like if you're thinking of a scenario where the future or what ifs, and you are worried about something happening, that's not really a place you want to be, when you're kind of just worrying about things and just letting it dictate your life, basically. I've been there a bunch of times, and I've have to maintain my presence. That's why I'm so advocate of like maintaining your presence, maintaining a calm mind, and rely on yourself, because it's really easy to lose that. It's really easy to lose that. I think with like just how society is, and how crazy like work focused everything needs to be, and understandable if you want the high probability of a successful outcome, but it requires a price, though, if you're willing to do that. And sometimes the balance can work, but sometimes I think it's important to be aware of what and how you live your life, and how you want to, I guess, feel every day. It really just comes down to just being aware of just your mind, and just being just aware of just, are you focusing on the right things? You're focusing on things that are actually important. And I guess that's kind of where I was at for a little bit. I've kind of felt like I was just focusing on things that probably didn't really matter, or putting expectations on myself that probably weren't really realistic. But I'm aware that, I want to challenge myself. I want to be able to face a challenge, and, I like a good challenge, and I can just, because I know that keeps me going, and that makes a person, more confident in themselves and their abilities, and more competent. And I realize it's very important to keep that momentum within yourself, and just keep working towards things that you find important, and live the life that you want. I think recently, for me, I think the biggest challenge I had to go through recently is opening up to someone again, and specifically like in a someone I like. And it was very interesting, because I've not experienced or opened up with someone in a very long time, and I learned a lot in a good way, and things that I've kind of reminded myself, but also things that I've also need to work on. And I think that just shows you, like, when a challenge comes, sometimes there will always be another challenge within it. And because I found myself kind of really just, I've talked about it before, I felt terrified. I was just opening up again, because, it's scary when you're opening up to somebody again, and, it's, because you don't know where it's going to go, you don't know what, this person's going to say, and, it's a very normal response, but I'm careful with myself with it, I'm nice with myself with it, because I know I genuinely do want to have a connection with somebody, but that requires me to open up and be vulnerable with somebody, and show sides of me that I don't show a lot. And that's very important, that I need to just overcome that, and realize that I need to just, be uncomfortable at first, because it really wasn't comfortable trying to do that. And I realized that it's normal, not run away from it, because I could have easily just run away from this feeling, this uncomfortable feeling that I felt when trying to open up and thinking this is too scary, this is something I can't do. Putting limited beliefs on myself that I know aren't true, because I'm the one that put it on myself, you know, and I don't want to be dictated by, or I want to be controlled by these beliefs that I put within myself. You know, you kind of just do it. You kind of just do the things that you kind of just scared of, and kind of doing that really just made me feel really good in myself. I felt proud, and you know, it's a good thing. And I really enjoyed it. So it's very nice to gone through that and really experience it. But you know, but obviously with fun feelings and
fun feelings, yeah.
you know, you're talking to somebody, you know, sometimes
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out, and that's okay. And
yeah,
you know, it's I would say liking someone again, and I guess, you know, and you have to focus on, you have the intention of making them a relationship, a romantic relationship, and you know, you kind of get into these fantasies with somebody, or you kind of think of like the future, or what, you know, imagine what it could be. And I'm very prone to do that. I'm very someone that likes to just imagine what it could be, you know, just daydream about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I know that sometimes if you kind of fall into that a little too much, if you aren't aware of that, then it can really lead you to believe that, you know, this is what you kind of get attached to that image, that vision, that thing that you think that y'all are meant to be. But I think what I really learned here was important is just to focus on what is actually going on, what's actually in front of us. You know, what is exactly, how do I actually feel about this person? And I think if you've kind of gone through enough relationships and, you know, with people and things, you kind of know that. But I kind of sent me a reminder of that, and I realized how important that is. Because like I said, I haven't really been in that game for a while, and it was very, I heard somebody, it was very interesting. So I definitely learned a lot from it, and I definitely want to just keep moving forward, obviously. And
you know,
well, obviously keep
it's always good to move forward, you know. Nope, never back, always forward, you know.
myself within very, very strong, because I emphasize a lot on here that I'm, you know, that you need to know yourself, that you need to be comfortable with yourself, and be willing to walk away from things and be able to say no, and basically just have a strong hold of knowing who you are and be comfortable with that, and respect yourself.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, always respect yourself. Yeah, always. Yeah.
See, because when you kind of don't, when you break up with somebody and you don't talk to someone, or you stop talking to someone, I mean, it feels, you know, life can feel really boring. There's like this strange silence you feel when you kind of stop talking, or just stop hanging out, and it's strange. It's silent, you know. It's just, your life was just, you had made room for this one person, and now they're gone. And it might feel sad. It might feel like, you know, you lost a part of yourself a little bit. And that's totally normal to feel, you know. And I think that things that you've gone through and experienced within that, that connection, say, relationship. And you know what, this whole tree just moved. I don't know why. I just felt like bumped. I don't know. When you feel things move, like when you gone through it, there's only one way forward, and that's just to grow within yourself. To not reflect so much on the past. Reflect on the way where you learn from it, but not stay stuck in it. Because sure, it's easy to think of what if, what could have happened, what if we did this instead. But you just get stuck in the past and you don't really grow from there. The only way to grow is just to realize that this was just a phase in your life. That what you went through is normal. The sadness you feel is normal.
Yeah.
But feel it at this moment. Don't get stuck on it.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck on the thoughts of them, on the thoughts of what y'all did and what could have happened. But instead focus on what's important, and that's within you. On what's going on in your life right now. That's why they say it's so important to spend time with people that you care about right now when you've gone through like a breakup or a loss, and because it just lets you focus on things that truly matter. Focus on things that matter to you.
Yeah, focus, Focus is
this person might matter a lot, but what's more important is you.
Yeah.
It really, it's more important is you, because not to look at it as the selfish way, but it's just a way that because in this life, you really just got yourself to rely on, and you have to be comfortable with yourself. And, we all want to share that with somebody. And then you could still care about somebody, but you can't make them your priority all the time. And it's something that I think a lot of people have to accept. And not easy. It's not easy at all. But I think that's the only way we can move forward in life, is just so we accept that we're the only ones that can really make us feel like us present and alive in this life. And grow, importantly, and just start from inside and just work on things in your life that truly matter to you. Because this person in your life was just a phase, and it would have been nice if they were still around, but I think what's important, like I said, is to focus on what's important to you right now. And what's important for you to move forward, to grow within yourself. Like, making this kind of content was kind of weird because I'm not really used to, like, I don't know, being a little more open, I guess. But it's interesting, though. I kind of like it in a nice way, but obviously it'd be easier if I had something to talk about, just to elaborate on. To be honest, I'm not sure how much I'm going to keep uploading consistently on this channel. There's some things I want to focus on more importantly right now, and this channel is probably not really it at this moment, not too much. I still want to post on here when I can, and when I have ideas and I want things I want to talk about and kind of just reflect a bit, I will probably post on here a lot, or when I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna, we'll see where this goes. I'm not really sure. But I'd just be a little transparent. I've uploaded on this channel for over a year now, like,
really?
Keeping it consistent. I'm really glad I did, because, I've learned a lot doing this stuff, and, it's really something I guess I really enjoy, and I guess I really appreciate people who watch this, because I know I don't have a lot of big audience, it's just very tiny, very tiny. I know people watch this video because I don't really see myself as the most entertaining person to talk to, or someone that's very, I guess, interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little too harsh on myself, but I still learning a lot from this, and it's very, very fun. Trying to see if anything else to talk about, but I don't think that's all I got, really. This is a very long video. I don't know if I'll make like videos like this where I'm kind of just rambling a bit and kind of just going through things in my head, but this was nice though, pretty nice.
Really nice, yeah.
I actually had a video intended to make that I was going to upload yesterday or Friday, but I didn't feel too confident in what I was trying to make, so I'm just going to wait on it a little bit more. So I know I said I had a video I had planned in mind to upload, but I'm not going to do that anymore. So I'm just going to upload this and see how this goes from here. But thank you for watching. If you watched the video somehow and you like my stuff, appreciate that. Like, subscribe and stuff.
Yeah, go black.
I'll keep y'all posted. I think I'm gonna disappear for a little bit. I think that's what I want to do. I'm gonna go off and do my own thing right now and just come back when I can have a lot of things to talk about. So that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Yeah, focus is the key. That's the key. The key is focus. Yeah. What we talk with me by Andrew Gowardo. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new and click the bell so you can be notified when I upload in my bye. Wow.